Good morning. Our headlines today. Tulip Siddiq, the Minister for Anti-Corruption, resigns over allegations of corruption and admits she became a distraction for the government.
How fast are prices rising? The latest inflation figures will be released in an hour as the government faces scrutiny over its handling of the economy.
A lost generation of children and a system in disarray. The damning verdict of a report into special educational needs provision in schools.
Food for thought. Could large portion sizes be fueling an obesity crisis in children? It is 6:25. Now, this is sure to get you talking because meal times at home can be so stressful for parents. It can feel like a battle getting the children to eat at all, let alone eat the right amount of the right things. But how much is enough?
Never seems to change either, even when the children grow up. Research from the British Nutrition Foundation suggests that big portions and getting kids to finish what's on their plate could be contributing to the obesity crisis. To have a look at the papers, 6:24. Tulip Siddiq's resignation is on the front page of many of them. This is The Guardian, their headline that quits us over inquiry into property. Tulip Siddiq stepping aside following an anti-corruption investigation in Bangladesh. She was found not to have broken any ministerial rules, though, over the use of homes given to her and her family.
The Sun is leading with a smiling image of the Princess of Wales after she announced she's in remission from cancer. That was during a visit to the Royal Marsden, where she'd had chemotherapy.
Going to talk to the chief exec of the hospital in the next half hour. The PM to pay damages to Gerry Adams is the Telegraph's headline, as a report backed by senior peers says that the government plans to repeal parts of the Legacy Act, which could see the former leader receive a payout. We mentioned this during the news a little earlier. The legislation currently blocks the former Sinn Féin president and up to 400 others, also detained in the 1970s, from claiming compensation for unlawful detention. The former president of Sinn Féin, Gerry Adams, could receive a substantial payout if the British government repeals a law which stopped hundreds of former suspected terrorists from claiming compensation for unlawful detention during Northern Ireland's Troubles. Gerry Adams has already had his previous convictions quashed by the UK Supreme Court. An international panel is calling for a radical overhaul in the way that obesity is determined to avoid overdiagnosis and discrimination. The Lancet Commission on Clinical Obesity says that doctors should take into account patients' overall health using other assessments rather than just relying on their body mass index score, their BMI, to identify whether someone is obese.